like this.
It's Taco Tuesday, everyone. Let's get it started.
We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights. But for a second, have you feel like this? Make me feel like this. Young blood made of gold. A mind you can't control.
Hit that thumbs up if you're rolling in.
Running wild, can't come down. My head is in the clouds. Gotta keep this feeling, keep on breathing, even if we're slipping away. So I close my eyes and lose myself now. Do it like it's only today. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights. But for a second, I can feel like this. Make me feel like this. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights. But for a second, I can feel like this. Make me feel like this.
Y'all hit that thumbs up as you're rolling in. We need a chicken party tonight. My boo. Hindsight, my love. Many shoes. Carol, Brenda, Baby, Callie, Saved by Grace, Canadian Cookie, Robin, Pink Panthers, Lord,
I'm on
Muddy,
my last straw. I'm broken and over again. I'm done feeling
Art,
your
Taylor,
lies. I'm flat enough. I can't run your place in this faulty game. And all the words you speak mean nothing more to me. 'Cause I'd start over now. Rewind, and I won't let you Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. Ask me how we got here, 'cause you don't know how. You say we're taking on water, yeah, we're sinking now. You're looking all concerned, like we're gonna drown. But we both know how to swim, no worries, let's flow for now. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. I drag you out your mind, and there are days I hate you, but baby, you're still mine. And now we have the best times, no matter what we do. And even when we don't, there's nobody I'd rather choose. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it
ready for here.
slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me.
Let's ride the Pearl train.
Big rain, come along with me. Together with the truth you'll see. Got our pearls and our laughter too. The search for facts is always new. In this place we keep it real.
Always keep it real.
Classy vibes and joyful zeal. Join the journey, it's just begun.
Here we go.
We shine brighter than the sun.
Let's click the light.
And share the light. Crush those pearls, let's take the ride. Come in here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Spreading truth is what we do. So hit subscribe and join the crew. With every search we pave the way. Together we will save the day. With every laugh we lift our hearts. In the search we all take part. Thank you all for standing strong. Together we belong.
Yes.
And share the light. Catch those pearls, let's take the ride. Come in here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear.
Oh boy.
We lift our hearts.
Thank you, Teresa, for months. So glad that you are part of it. Appreciate you. Get out of the bushes, Susie. Closet's too small and it's too dark to decorate.
The pearls were bound together through the storm and darkest weather. We search high, we search low, together everywhere we go. Justin's here and he's going live with the best fans by my side. We're a family, we hold strong. Together we can right the wrong. We
Lord.
and pearls, we shine like stars.
Thank you, my love.
Every stream, every heartfelt plea, we are one in this community. Daily grind, but we're not stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care. We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars. Searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea, we are one in this community. Daily grind, but we're not stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care. We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars. Searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea, we are one in this community. In the night, or in the day, pearls will light and lead the way. Just as hard and no support. Together we will hold the fort. Daily grind, but we're not stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care.
Click play and come along with me. Together with the truth.
Thank you, beautiful
see.
Donna. Thank you so much, my love. Appreciate you.
And our laughter too.
Very kind of you.
The search for facts is always new. In this place we keep it real.
Gotta keep it real.
Classy vibes and joyful zeal. Join the journey, it's just begun. We shine brighter than the sun.
Oh, thank you,
Hit the
family.
like and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take
Thank
the
you,
ride.
beautiful Carla.
Comments
Thank
here
you
and
so much,
spread
my
the
dear.
cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Defending truth is what we do. So hit subscribe and join the crew. With every search we pave the way. Together we will save the day.
Thank you, beautiful
Defending truth
Canadian.
is what we do.
Appreciate you.
So hit subscribe and join the crew. With every search we pave the way. Together we will save the day. With every laugh we lift our hearts. In the search we all take part. Thank you all for standing strong. Together
That's right,
we
Scotty.
belong. Hit
right.
the like and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls and take the
Thank
ride.
you, Widow.
Comment here and
Baby,
spread the
I
cheer.
appreciate that very
Members
much.
make the truth so clear. Hit the
Very
like and
kind of you,
share the
dear.
vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Comment here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear.
Well, hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. I really do appreciate you all. You all are amazing, my beautiful, beautiful pearls. Hope you are all well. Hope your day has been good. Hope it's been pretty weather wherever you are. Good sunshine. Get out there, get some vitamin D, live your life, honey. Today is March 11th, 2025. It is currently 7:38 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. Yes, Tina. Thank you all so much for joining me. Really do appreciate you. Thank you, Josie. Really do appreciate you for gifting that pearl necklace. How you doing? Thank you so much. If you received that pearl necklace, make sure you give our beautiful Josie a big, big thank you.
Welcome to Clutch Step Pearls, yeah, you're in the clue. Shine bright like the stars, this world never knew. With dancing, laughing all around this world. Hold tight, shine bright, you're part of a pearl.
Thank you so much, Josie. Really do appreciate you. And Teresa, thank you so very much for 4 months, my dear. Really do appreciate you so very much. So happy to be part of the Pearl family. We are so honored to have you, Miss Teresa. Thank you so much for your support. Really, really do appreciate that, my dear. Good to see you. And thank you so much, Dark Side Crime. Always a pleasure to see you, my friend. Hope you are well. Really do appreciate you, Dark Side Crime. Thank you so much for your support, my friend. Hope you are well, you and yours, my friend. Good to see you. And Bobby, thank you so very much, my friend. Thank you so much for your support. Really do appreciate that, Miss Bobby. Thank you so much, my dear, and thank you both, Dark Side, Remy's right here, and Bobby for being a member as well. Thank you so much, my love, and thank you, Donna. Really do appreciate you. Thank you for your support, my love. Good to see you, Miss Donna, and thank you for being a member here on the Pearl family. Really do appreciate you, love. And there's Carla. Hey, Carla, how you doing? Good to see you, babe. Hope you are well, my friend. Thank you for being a member here as well, honey. Thank you so very much. And there is our beautiful Canadian cookie, Remy. Remy's giving me a run for my money. Thank you so much, my dear. Really do appreciate you. If you received that membership, make sure you thank our beautiful Canadian cookie.
The button clicks and the magic starts, sending out gifts straight from the heart. A little kindness lighting up our stream, growing stronger like a dream supreme. Supreme. It's raining pearls, hallelujah, let's go. Thank you for the gift of been loved.
Thank you so much, Miss Canadian Cookie. Really do appreciate you. If you received that, make sure you give our girl a big thank you, Miss Canadian. Much love to you, my friend, always. Thank you, Widow. Cheers to you. Thank you for your all your hard work. Thank you, Widow, baby. I really do appreciate that. It means so much. Thank you so much, my dear. It is awesome to see you as always, Miss Widow. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you are well. Good to see you, honey. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness, Widow, that is so amazing. Wow, that's amazing. Thank you. Wow. Wow. Thank you so much, my dear. That is very, very generous of you. If you received one of those memberships, make sure you give our girl Widow a big, big thank you. She's making our community grow here. Thank you so much, Miss Widow.
The button clicks and the magic starts, sending out gifts straight from the heart. A little kindness lighting up our stream, growing stronger like a dream supreme. Supreme. It's raining pearls, hallelujah, let's go. Thank you for the gift, helping love to grow. Memberships, flying starting, joy like a spark. Building this community, lighting up the dark.
There we go. Thank you so much, Miss Widow. Really do appreciate you, my dear. I think I need to make that a little bit shorter, but I like it. I can't help it. I like it. Thank you so much, Miss Widow. Really do appreciate you, my dear. Make sure you thank our beautiful widow if you received that. And we got Miss Jude up in here. Remy Snack, because she's a monkey. Snack. Thank you so much, beautiful. Hey, Jude. Really do appreciate you, my dear, with everything. Thank you so much, my love. Good to see you. And we got Miss Maria. Hello, Miss Maria. Love being here, Justin. We love you, Miss Maria. Thank you so much for your support, my dear. Really, really good to see you as always, honey. And thank you for being very supportive as well. Miss Holly. Hi, Holly. How you doing? Thank you for your super sticker, my dear. Good to see you, my dear. Hope you are well, my love. Thank you so much for your support. Good to see you. On cough is not on our side that this was an accidental. Oh, cough is not on our side that this was. I don't know what you mean, Nanette. What do you mean, babe? Oh, cough. Like Jennifer is not on our side that this was not accidental. Is that what you mean? I don't know what you mean. Write it in chat. I don't know what you means. I don't know. Thank you so much for your support, my dear. Let me know. Let me know in chat. Maybe about Dane. Well, since I did my live earlier with Dane, the Lincoln County Sheriff's Office has came out and confirmed about it all. Oh, 1,000%. I agree. Listen, I agree with her. 1,000%. 1,000% there needs to be. Absolutely. There will be. There will be. Let me tell you something. It doesn't matter if it's anyone. Listen, I used to work at a funeral, worked at several funeral homes, and they will do an autopsy for sure. For sure. Absolutely. Absolutely. It is. Yeah. For sure. But no, I agree with that. I do agree with that. Absolutely. After the storm, thank you so much, my dear. Much love to all. Thank you so much, love. Really do appreciate you, my dear. Thank you so much, my love. Really do appreciate you after the storm. It's good to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. Hope you've been okay. You've been okay. Good to see you. Really do appreciate your support, my dear. If possible, he was abducted and harmed or anything. Absolutely. You can listen. Everything, all dots need to be dotted, all T's need to be crossed, all of that. And they did find Dane. Yes. Daisy, they did. And that way, and not only that, it just keeps from conspiracy theories as well. because you know how that gets anyways. And it just confirms things, right? So, if you guys missed the live earlier, I'm going to just cover this quickly before we get into Sebastian. Justin, someone left a comment on Jules' channel saying that the family put up a GoFundMe a week before he went missing. She said that is sus to her. I don't think that they did it a week before. I mean, people say all kinds of things, y'all. You know what I mean? People say all kinds of things, and you understand this when you're in the public. You understand it. So it's just because someone says it. The thing about it is, and the thing goes is, someone can say something negative about a person and they're more likely to believe that than they are something positive. I don't know why as humans we're like that. You know what I mean? Uh they found him. Let's give it time. Let's just give it time. You know, but yeah, he does need I do agree that he does need an autopsy, but um you know, let's just pray for them. Let's just pray. You know, the you know the the this is an accident, and let's just pray that it stays an accident. It's a very tragic thing. 2 hours ago, from the Lincoln County Sheriff's Office in Oregon, media release March 11, 2025, missing child Dane Pawson found deceased. It is with heavy hearts that we announce the discovery of Dane Pawson, who went missing on March 1st, 2025 at around 4:25 p.m. local time. After an extensive search and investigation by local authorities, along with the help of community volunteers, Dane was found today at approximately 11:13 in the Silitz River, approximately 3 miles downstream from the family's property. Sadly, he was found deceased. So he was 3 miles down the river, not too far, not for 11 days, 10, 11 days, right? You know what I mean? I mean, that's, you know, not not too much. Not too much. Oh, I didn't know that was you. I did not know that was you. That's why I don't see you that much. Why are you not on your other channel? Or right. Thank you, my dear. Really do appreciate you, love. Thank you so much, babies. Really do appreciate you. Um uh I forgot how to pronounce his name. Juan Heredia with Angels Recovery Dive Team offered his dive services to Dane's family. After connecting with Lincoln County Sheriff's Office, Juan was escorted onto the river by a local river guide and began searching areas of the Silitz River downstream from where the sheriff's office, I think it means divers, it says drivers, had thoroughly combed. 1 second. Okay. Sheriff's Office investigators are currently processing the scene. The Lincoln County Sheriff's Office is working in partnership with the Lincoln County Medical Examiner's Office. See, there you go. As in standard with ongoing investigation, additional details are not available at this time. The Lincoln County Sheriff's Office expresses its deepest sympathies in Dane's family and loved ones. The impact of the loss is felt of the entire community, and we join those grieving with this unimaginable tragedy. Quote, our thoughts are with the family who are facing an unbearable sorrow, end quote, said Sheriff Adam Shanks. Quote, we are deeply grateful for the support and dedication shown by the search team and our communities throughout this difficult time, though we wish it was under different circumstances, end quote. We understand this news is incredibly painful, especially for Dane's family and those who knew him. Dane's family has been notified out of respect for the family's privacy during this profoundly difficult time. We ask the public and media to respect their need for space and time to grieve. So there we have it. Very, very sad. Very, very sad. The medical examiner is there. If there is any, most states, if there is any sort of unwitnessed, if a death is not witnessed, any sort of death, there is required an autopsy for most states. Okay. So we'll be following it, and there's that. Just keep them in your prayers. Big thank you to Juan from the Angels Recovery. He was there 2 hours today, 2 hours, and found Dane. Something that the police had been doing for 11 days. And this just goes to show you, and listen, God bless the police. God bless them. But the police have so many responsibilities that they're not experts in everything. They're just not. From anywhere from giving, tickets to searching the water, the woods, and, to mental health. And it just shows you that the right person being there and the right training really pays off. Juan and his family are angels, in my opinion. Thank you so much, lady. Really do appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you, love. So did the dog track right down the river very recently? Have no idea. No clue. All I know, he was there 2 hours today. He posted it on his Facebook. I saw the post when it was after about 10 minutes, my phone started going off, and you guys started sending it to me, and within another 10 minutes, I was live. So there's that. Remy June, welcome to the Pearl family. Really do appreciate you. May I say, pearls look amazing on you, Miss Remy. Y'all welcome Miss Remy June to the family. Love your
Welcome to Clutch Them Pearls, yeah, you're in the crew. Shine bright like the stars this world never knew. We're dancing, laughing all around this world. Hold tight, shine bright, you're part of our pearl.
Thank you so much, Miss Remy June. Welcome to the Pearl family. May I say, pearls look amazing on you, Miss Remy. Thank you so much. Hey, Briar, good to see you, honey. Thank you so much for your support. How you doing? Thank you so much, my love. Really do appreciate you, Miss Briar Rose. Thank you. Good to see you, honey. Hope you are well. Thank you, love. Good to see you, hon. Who knows not to take away from the diver that found him, but maybe law enforcement divers would have found him today. Maybe, Susie, you have a point. Um, a lot of people had hope in Juan today. They were really uh and that's true. Now, as you see, the thing says the press release says that they've combed over it multiple times. I don't know. So we'll see. We'll see. All right, guys. Going over the Sebastian Rogers case. A couple things. June 18th, 2024 is the first time that I have been able to find. If you find a picture before then, send it to me, please. Of KK wearing the iWatch. The iWatch, whatever the hell it's called, the smartwatch. That's the first time that I see her with the watch back on. From after February 25th until June 18th, I don't see her with with the watch. All right. Do we think police have it? I don't know. I don't know. They, I'm sure they've been notified, right? Oh, thank you, Nikki. Thank you so much, dear. Bless, do not take pics of me eating. Yes. Yes. Guys, I want to tell you something as well. For those of you that pray, if you will join me in praying for one of our dear mods, 1-800 is it 1-800, is it TBI? No, I'm thinking of the phone number. The Fine Summer. Our Fine Summer. Pearl, stop. She has not been feeling very good lately. She texted me Saturday. She wasn't feeling very good. She went to the hospital and she was immediately admitted, and she has been diagnosed with cancer. And so this has been she's had a few rough days, right? And so please keep our beautiful mod in your prayers. And I'm sure, I asked her if I could tell, and she said yes, and just keep and Elizabeth, she's just told me not to say what, not to mention what kind right now, but she does have cancer, and I hate cancer. And so just keep her in there. Keep her in your prayers. Yeah. Find Summer, 1-800. Yeah. So with that, yeah, this is two of my mods in the last just little bit have been diagnosed, and we got Amy, who has had breast cancer, and now we got 1-800 find Summer. And cancer's awful. It's awful, girl. So it is. Cancer can go to hell where it belongs. It sure can. Okay. All right. Let's get it started. Thank you so much, Carla. Really do appreciate it. Pearl, please, baby. Okay. I'm going to have to fix my cords in one of those little things because she loves to pull the cords right now. Okay. Let's get it started. Without further ado, hold on one second. I think I said 1-800, not the 1-800. It's the find some. There's so many Summers. Find Summers. I can't remember what it is. I think it's Truth. Find Summer's Truth. There's 1-800, and then there's Find Summer. Is Irony okay? Oh, I'm sorry, Irony. I'm sorry. Find Summer's Truth. There we go. Yes, Find Summer's Truth. There's Summer's Army. There's 1-800. There's Find Summer. There's 3 or 4 different. And then there's Summer's Army, and then there's there we go. Okay. Okay, 1 second. God bless her. 1 second. All right, so we're gonna play something here. I'm trying to find it. Just give me 2 seconds, y'all. Shoot. Remy, stop. Okay, here we go. All right, so what we covered yesterday, and there's some other things. Okay, I might have to I might have to take her down. 1 second. Okay, so I want to play a couple things that we need to talk about. A couple different things. Without further ado, guys, hit that thumbs up so we can have a chicken party. We need a chicken party. Okay, guys, give me 2 seconds, okay? It's distracting me. 1 second. She's so funny. Oh my god. Um, tomorrow I'm going to be setting up her trampolines. I'm going to try my best to do it tomorrow. And so we'll do some videos and some lives on that.
We didn't know what was going.
All right.
We didn't know what was going on at the very moment.
Something
So
to bring up.
she did what she did. She called me.
Hold on,
We talked. We did this. We'll look this. We'll look that. Next thing you know, hang tight. And I called the sheriff's office.
That's fun.
And I got directly through the sheriff's office. Immediately called the dispatch. Gave the call. Within, I think, 10 minutes of that call, they were at the house. I mean, it was a very fast response. No. Exactly what I told him. And he called me. It is very straight black and white, no gray area. It's right down the middle. Very straight black and white.
Hold on. Let me start with this one first. This is the one I'm going to start with because it's probably more important than this one. All right. Get me off my game here. Okay, here we go.
The teacher reports it to CPS. CPS comes to the house.
Listen.
That case has nothing to do with Sebastian getting spanked. That had everything to do with Sebastian didn't like being in trouble.
Now this is when he was triggered and he came up very, very hot-headed on another channel, right? Web Sleuths. And he doesn't want, even though we said, mind you, a 15-year-old sitting at the dinner table is mad because, you know, he got the belt. And that was my next comment. What kid likes getting in trouble? What adult likes getting in trouble? What human being? What mammal likes to get in trouble? What?
So he thought by reporting it to a teacher,
listen,
they were going to come to the house and they're going to take me out of the house and do this and do that. We're going to come to the house and they're going to take me out of the house and do this and do that. We're going to come to the house and they're going to take me out of the house and do this and do that. We're going to come to the house and they're going to take me out of the house and do this and do that. That is what the CPS case was about. And
okay. So was I mean, he didn't like getting in trouble. What did he not like getting in trouble for? What could Sebastian do? Hey, Mystery, good to see you. Hey, sure. What could Sebastian do? A 15-year-old who is very, very well-mannered, it appears. To get in trouble. Telling the truth. Telling the truth. I agree, Eileen. I agree. He loves semantics, right? He lives for semantics. But I think he's telling us right there. I think he's telling us, in my opinion, why perhaps he was not home after the beginning of February. We're going to get to some of that in a little bit, though. Edgar just wanted to feel in control, in my opinion, and wanted Sebastian to know it. Oh, bingo. Bingo. Can you imagine He thought he was going to get me in trouble. What kind? I mean, you can only get in trouble if they find something, right? Do this and do that. Like classes he had to take multiple times. Multiple times.
House and do this and do that. That is what the CPS case was about. And yes, I laughed at it because when I explained to Sebastian,
Oh. So you laughed at him. You laughed at him? You laughed at a 15-year-old child with a chromosome deletion and autistic. Got it. And yes, I laughed at it. Justin, remember the classes of the mental evaluation Don Wells refused to do? Sure do.
very detailed, I laughed at it is what the CPS case was about. And yes, I laughed at it because when I explained to Sebastian, very detailed, what happens, he thought it was a joke. When the CPS lady shows up and looks,
I don't believe that. I don't believe that Sebastian laughed and thought it was a joke. You said you laughed. So was you just all sitting down laughing at each other? Is that what you're saying? Oddly. 100% Heidi. 100% Tina.
at him and says, Sebastian, you joke, Sebastian, very detailed, what happens, he thought it was a joke. When the CPS lady shows up and looks at him and says, Sebastian, you can't false report. That will get people in trouble and you can get in trouble. And then
What?
she explained to
Now, you know, a false reporting, a child going to his teacher and his teacher reporting that is not what you would consider false reporting. False reporting is not that. He said that could get them in trouble.
him, what happens?
What did he say you did to him?
Then
Listen,
I ask you, what does that have to do with the price of eggs in China?
I mean, if it was a false report, then why does it matter? You know what I mean? If it is a false report like you claim, why wouldn't you say that? That's what I mean. You're saying it's false. Exactly, but he said the CPS person took them out and told Sebastian that, which I don't know if that's true or not, but allegedly that CPS person got fired. Thank you, Hobo Honey. Thank you so much. Justin and Sam, just an update. We are meeting with the neurosurgeons Friday to discuss and schedule my brain surgery. Love you all. Oh, Hobo Honey, please keep us posted. we are keeping you in our prayers. We love you, darling. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. You've got this. You got all kinds of prayers behind you and good energy and goodwill. You're a rock star. You got this, baby. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. He sure is worked up for something that is false.
When
Well,
it comes to the disappearance of
Point, Ireland.
Sebastian.
because I'll tell you why. Because you're wondering why people are coming at you. And
Yes,
it's because he was in your home last. That was the last place he was seen.
yes,
So
he was.
when we hear these things, it's like, okay, let's just clear it up and see what happens. Because I'll tell you why. Because people, I'm not saying me, but I've seen people say, hey, he was hitting his child. He reported it to his teacher. Did something.
Well, I mean, this. One second. This is something that he has admitted to whipping Sebastian. This is something that his ex and nobody's even said it like this, I don't think. Not only has his ex said it happened to her kids, but remember, one of Nina's daughter came out and spoke about it on her Facebook before. Do y'all remember that? That's exactly right. Exactly, Sandwich. Remember that? She said it too. Was California reported to CPS? Do you mean what happened to Sebastian? Sandwich?
Happened? Was there an explosive incident that happened?
No, absolutely nothing of that nature.
Okay.
And for people to not understand, when you discipline a child, there's a difference in discipline and abuse. There truly is a difference.
Well, I think this is just me. But in my opinion, whipping an autistic child with a chromosome deletion is abuse. Just my opinion. Now, some people still whip their kids. I was whipped. I was spanked as a child. I didn't learn nothing from it. It didn't do nothing for me except scare me. That's all it did. That's all it did for me. Didn't teach me nothing. Talk to them.
But I think hitting anybody with a belt is abuse. I'm sorry, I do. And a lot of people agree with me, and that's the problem.
And
So we
guess
have a
what?
difference
That's
of
the
opinion.
great thing. That's the great thing about having your opinion.
Yes.
That's an opinion. That's not a fact. That's opinion.
Okay. I think a belt is abuse, but that's my, again,
Well,
that is my.
if I was leaving bruises and marks on a child, that's abuse. That would be considered abuse.
Well,
Okay.
Yeah.
what about what is alleged against Edgar about, smacking, hitting, whatever, the child in the mouth with braces? I think that is, in my opinion.
mean,
Okay.
So by definition,
that's weird.
But it is still legal to you know, spank with your hand only, not belts or anything, nothing, no instruments involved. I don't understand why in 2025 it's still legal, but because I've always used the comparison, well, if you know, smack your spouse with your hand, uh you're going to jail. You're going to jail. So why can people do that to their kids? I don't understand. I really don't. Um
What I'm trying to get y'all to understand, you can say your opinion, and that is fine, but you have to back it up and say what I'm stating is just an opinion. There's no fact to it. When you don't say that, you leave it open to interpretation for a lot of people to take it and run with it. That
thank you, Bliss. Really do appreciate you, honey bunny. Thank you. Oops. Oh, there we go. Thank you so much. Bliss says, I grew up in the system. CP reminds me of a horrible foster parent. I 100% feel the last CPS case is why Sebastian is missing, in my opinion. In my opinion, CP bullied the CPS worker. CP controlled the whole meeting, in my opinion. Chef's kiss, I agree. And this is the thing. There is not very many CPS workers that can be manipulated. There's not very many. And I think you have to be extra good at the buffoonery and the bullshittery, if you will. And I think he is. I think he is. I think, in my opinion, they went to that neighborhood just like the police. Oh my God, these are, $700,000-$800,000 homes. Everything, it's just looks amazing here. Beautiful family, hardworking family, nothing to see here. Just how I feel. Being real about it. And I think it was the same with the CPS worker. No matter who it is, the same system should apply to everyone. You're exactly right, Bliss. And I'm so proud of who you are, my dear. Really am. You are a blessing and you're amazing. And you beat that cycle, girlfriend. So proud of you, my love. Ladybug to welcome to the Pearl family. Really do appreciate you, my dear. Hope you are well. Y'all, please welcome Ladybug Toots. Good to see you, my love. Thank you so much for joining. Really do appreciate that. It's in college text. The rich get them. Yeah, it absolutely. Yep.
was a lot of the problems with this.
Hold on. What was the
When
problem?
you don't say that, you leave it open to interpretation for a lot of people to take it and run with it. That was a lot of the problems with this.
And there will be people, I can get people from CPS that will say hitting a child with a belt is an abuse. But here's the thing, you're right. That doesn't have anything to do necessarily with Sebastian. And
Absolutely. Well, I mean, it's based upon the law of your state. You know what I mean? Most states you are still allowed to spank, within, of course, with your hand and within, obviously, reason, but I still think
his
it's wrong.
disappearance. But what it
It's wrong.
does is it creates a narrative in people's minds that we need to clear up and change, Chris. We need to clear it up and change it. Okay? So let's do that.
So we just did.
Okay. If now you did go on Nancy Grace and say that CPS has never been called. And
No, that's not. No. Nope.
Okay, that's what I heard. What did you say?
She asked the question about a situation, and she asked me if I had ever had CPS called on me. I believe is what the question was. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't exactly know what the question was without hearing it again. So
Okay.
I'm not going to answer you with something without having it in front of you.
Okay, that's fair. That's very fair.
Pushing up daisies, chef's kiss on that comment. If it's not a big deal, then there's no need to keep it from Steph. Yes. Yes, 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 and one more yes. That is exactly right. Very, very good comment. And that is true. That's a very good point. You can't hit a child with autism in Tennessee. I think that is why he backed it up by 3 years. Good point. You're so on it. You're so on it, Mohawk. You're always so on it. Very good point. Oh, thank you, Widow, again, honey. Thank you. Remember the pic KK took at Texas Roadhouse and sent to Edgar. In my opinion, Sebastian had a bruise on his neck from Edgar. KK and Edgar knew Sebastian couldn't go to school on Monday, so poof, Sebastian is gone. Very, very possible. So, I've mentioned that as well, Widow Bailey. And just think about that. Just think about that. If there was already a case, right? Already a case. Let's say Edgar has court next week to try to get custody full time. Let's say Edgar is not supposed to be in the house. Let's say even KK okay. Either way, if he went to school the next day, whoever did the bruise, right? It would be in my opinion, it would very likely have scared KK and Edgar, because in this hypothesis that we're speaking about, which is not a fact, just an opinion, that KK and Edgar would get in trouble. Let's say Edgar, they were doing their home study, or their home plan. I can't think of the word right now. And they told Edgar, they can't technically kick you out of the house. You have to volunteer yourself to be out of the house, or then they will, obviously, if you don't, then they will remove the child then. But let's say Edgar couldn't be in the home. Well, remember what Edgar just said. Sebastian thought they were going to come here and they were going to kick me out of the house. Hence, in this hypothesis, this theory, which is not a fact, why perhaps Edgar was already pissed of why he couldn't come in his house. Yep. Last straw. Hmm. Yeah. And there's things that there's things. Yeah. I think you're onto something, Widow. Thank you so much, Kiki. How does a belt not cause a mark? If you whip with hands, you confuse the child. Hands are for hugs, protecting the child. I agree. I agree, Kiki. 1,000%. 1,000%. But I also think, when it comes to you just shouldn't, whip a child. You just shouldn't, especially a child that has any sort of mental or physical sort of what we call disabilities. So you're right. Thank you so much, Dawson. Thank you. Paying my late fee. Thank you so much, Dawson. Really good. That's exactly right. That's all it is. That is all it is. It's just they're frustrated. Honestly, in my opinion, it's like parents who do that don't even know how to get their own emotions regulated or in check. So they end up doing something like that. You know what I mean? Just talk to your kids. That's all you gotta do.
Very fair. And so let's move on. Okay. So nothing came of that from you hitting him with a belt. Has there ever been any, and people are going to ask, has there ever been any violence in your home as far as Sebastian is concerned?
No.
Okay. Now, Gray asked, why is Seth being treated so different? Because of how Chris came on and became so angry and did what you did tonight, Chris. You've done this before. And I think that's why. And Seth didn't. And I think that's the difference.
Right, because I don't feed out of people's hands. I don't feed into what people think. I don't, and once again,
Let me tell you something. I'm going to get on a little rant here, but I really believe that is why our divorce rate is so high in a lot of aspects. I believe that's why we quit friendships so easy, just different types of relationships. We disagree with someone one time and we're no longer friends, or we disagree with, if there's obviously abuse going on, that's different. But I'm talking about just disagreeing with someone, right? Edgar here.
You did tonight, Chris. You've done this before. And I think that's why. And Seth didn't. And I think that's the difference.
right, because I don't feed out of people's hands.
I don't feed out of people's hands. Well, it's not about feeding out of people's hands. It's not about feeding out of people's hands. Egos get in the way, right? Egos get in the way. And let me tell you something. With anyone in life, if you want to keep a relationship, sometimes you have to a lot of times, you have to let your ego go. Ego, edging God out, right? And I think this is precisely why Edgar has not kept any, to the best of my knowledge, real meaningful relationships. It's you listen or you're out. That's just it. That's just it.
Don't feed into what people think. I don't, and once again, that's the difference.
But how about
I
just
will,
saying thank you to the people that want to help you?
okay, well, that's simple. There's a difference in me saying thank you to everyone, which if you go back and listen to every single interview I have done, I have told everybody.
Oh, why did it quit? Oh, no, because that was it. Okay, that was it. That was it of that one. All right. So there's that, right? Thank you, Widow. Again, oh my goodness. Thank you so much, love. Edgar's hatred for Nina outweighed his love for Sebastian. He wanted to hurt Nina by beating her for custody of Faith, in my opinion. I 1,000% agree. 1,000% agree with that. Just like I think many people in this case don't like either Seth or a creator that supports Seth more than they care about talking about the actual things in the case, things that really matter in the case. Hey, Tony. Hey, Josh. Good to see you. So, just my opinion on that. All right. Bear with me. I need to pull. Which one? Okay. Okay, it's this one, I'm pretty sure. Bear with me, guys. 5144. I do this to myself. Oh, God. Okay. Okay. I'm pretty sure it's this, and we'll try this one. 51. Okay. Here we go.
People, and I'm not standing up for certain people's actions, but I will say this. Seth is a father, and his emotions, his mental state, the way he is dealing with this, I promise you, if this is a hoax and he can act that way in a hoax, I'd hate to see him in real life. But I can promise you what he is doing is very real. The scenario is very real, and he's a hurt, grieving father. You're seeing that on him. Imagine how Katie is that you don't see.
Right.
You see, that's the problem, in my opinion. That's the problem. You haven't seen. Imagine a mother, right? Where is she? My live, hold on one sec. I got some quotes in there, and the quotes are, I pulled some old ones out that why is it not working? Why is everything not working right now? We'll do it like this. I can't remember what they said. One was the absence of urgency in a parent's search is an answer in itself. Right? Yes, widow. Yes. Right? That's an answer in itself. Another one is, hell, I'll find it in a minute, I guess. The world searches for a child while the parents search for an alibi. Right? The world searches for the child. Everyone's searching for Sebastian. Seems like Edgar and KK from interview 1 has been searching to try to clear themselves in the eyes of the public.
Yeah.
That's,
in my opinion.
and don't get me wrong, I don't want people to see it. There's no reason for people to see it or hear from her when she's at those points. There's no point.
Hey, Smiley. Oh, hold on. Here we go. Here is where they were digging in the landfill. Right. What were they looking for? They weren't looking, you can tell. Look
If
at that.
somebody's refusing to address
Hold on.
something that shows,
Let's go back here. You can tell they're not looking. This isn't, in my opinion, a remains type of search. Watch them. They're picking up papers and stuff. They're picking up papers. They're picking up things. In my opinion, they're not looking for someone. They're looking for something. Right? Were they looking for clothes? Were they looking for cameras? Were they looking for bed sheets? What were they looking for? Did someone come out at any point in the night and throw something in any trash can? Or a dumpster? No mask, no hazmat suits. But you can tell. Watch them. See, these guys they're holding papers. They're holding papers.
if somebody's refusing to address something that shows suspicion, if somebody's refusing to address something that shows suspicion,
So, could you please address with an actual answer now that we know you have the clear? Why you can't or choose not to talk about Sunday afternoon? Why you won't say the last time or the time between the 1st of February till the morning Sebastian went missing when you were home? Because you were home. between that time. Yes, he did, Remy. Why? Medic Biker, thank you so much, my dear. Welcome to the Pearl family. Yo, welcome. Medic Biker 1, 2, 3. Welcome to the Pearl family, my dear.
Welcome to Clutch Them Pearls, yeah, you're in the crew. Shine bright like the stars, this world never knew. We're dancing, laughing all around this world. Hold tight, shine bright, you're part of a pearl.
Welcome, my dear. Thank you so much for joining. Welcome to the Pearl family. So, you've got the clear from Mr. Carter. If you don't believe him that he sent that email, just ask him privately, okay? Just do that, okay?
Right around midnight, just before midnight or right around midnight.
Mhm.
So then mom does go to bed and wakes up early in the morning to go wake her son up, get him ready for school. And now we have a worried mom who can't find her son in the house. Mom made an effort to look and search several times.
The first person in history, the first person in history to ever speak like this about his wife and his stepson. Now we have a worried mom who can't find her kid. These, in my opinion, are no more than bullet points, scripted. If I was studying for a test, right, I'm making bullet points. Or I need to remember something. Mom went in here. Even or, let's say her name is Susie. Susie went in here. Then Susie did that. Then Susie's son did this. Very easy.
Mom has called me at the time and asked me, she was like, I can't find him. I was like, dude, what?
It's easier to remember like that rather than using everyday language and saying, so then KK called me and she said, I can't find Sebastian. And I was like, what? What do you mean you can't find Sebastian? He's not in this effing house, she said.
What? She goes, yeah, I cannot find him. I said, well, hang on.
When he says, and I said, what? And she said, yeah, I cannot find him. There is nothing behind that. It is hollow, very hollow. There is no bravado in his voice. Nothing. Listen to it again.
Mom has called me at the time and asked me, she was like, I can't find him. I was like, dude, what? She goes, yeah, I cannot find him. I said, well, hang on.
Listen,
I made the phone call and reported it to the sheriff's department because that's what we're supposed to do. And within 10 minutes, the sheriffs were dispatched to the location.
Cameras in the area.
instantly, right? That's what we're supposed to do.
Yeah, and I
Who says that's what we're supposed to do? Who even says that? You're a grown ass adult. Oh, thank you, chatters. It's very kind. You don't need to tell anyone that that's what we're supposed to do. He's trying to sell you and I that they are extra cautious, that they do what they're supposed to do. They're doing what they're supposed to do. Did his mommy tell him to say that? Probably.
Did see, Kim, that they were asking for people that had any Ring doorbell footage or any businesses that had camera footage. Talk to us about that, Chris. We did speak about that briefly earlier about the people getting all the footage, but they haven't found anything.
Our entire neighborhood and surrounding neighborhoods have voluntarily and with generosity given up any video footage that they've got. I mean, they have let the departments come in and view and monitor. So as far as cameras, everybody has turned over everything. There's thousands of hours of stuff that they are combing through to try to find an answer.
Thousands?
It looks like
He's a fish in the water. I'm gonna tell you right now that but here's the distinction. He is not a child that likes to get dirty. He can't stand his hands.
It's one up here.
Water recovery rescues. We don't know that they have drained a pond. I can say that much, but they.
Okay.
Wait. What do you mean you don't know that they've drained a pond? You've said that they've drained a pond and it came up to your knees. Edgar Amos. Edgar Amos. He sure did. He uses words that he hopes will distance himself from scrutiny. In fact, yeah. Conveniently forgot. Well, I say Amos, but that'll work too. What do you mean you don't know that they drained a pond? You told Narc Divers that they drained a pond. I think you told Smiley that they drained a pond. And that it came up to your knees.
Sure, they've walked. I couldn't tell you how many miles of creeks and waterways, and they've used cameras.
That's when you took the picture of him, correct?
Yes, my wife was at Costco on Saturday.
Yeah, not
the shirt
Sunday.
that's in the flyer where it says Optimism was on a Saturday. They were at
Good.
BJ's on Sunday.
Okay, and what
and
is
when it
that?
comes
Is that a
to
restaurant or?
no, they are all wholesale, like a commissary style stores where they sell in bulk.
Oh, okay, okay.
Why isn't KK talking about this? She was the one there, right?
Okay. So Costco Saturday, BJ's on Sunday.
Yes,
he loves to eat all the samples, and BJ's is new, so I took him.
You're a good mom. Looks like Missing in USA says, why are they wanting camera footage from Sunday afternoon? Because
that we cannot release right now.
Okay,
That is not
I
something
understand.
that has been authorized us to
right.
put out to the public.
Right. Right. Yeah. Uh-huh. Sure. Got it. You have not been authorized. No. Nope. That must be a HIPAA violation, Mohawk says. He doesn't want to answer that. Why? They're looking for something or someone. Obviously, they're not looking for Sebastian at that point because he hasn't went missing. Right, Susie? Wonder what they're looking for.
And we respect that 100%. Ginger Snap says, I was reading that his favorite song is Eye of the Tiger.
Better one. There was a dispatcher.
Listen to this. It's hard to hear. Listen to
The
this.
call got released from the dispatchers to the deputies and the responding units.
It's hard to hear what he says here, but he says the call.
The dispatcher.
100%. Ginger Snap says, I was reading that his favorite song is Eye of the Tiger.
Better one. There was a dispatcher. The call got released from the dispatchers to the deputies
The call got released to the dispatcher, to the deputies,
and the responding units.
and the responding units.
In that release of information,
In that release of information,
you can clearly hear the dispatcher and the cops all say the dog's got to send his home here.
you could clearly hear the dog people and the dispatcher. I'm going to back that up.
Dispatcher and the cops all say the dog's got to send his home here.
You could clearly hear the dog and the dispatchers or whoever say that they got a scent at the pond.
For people to say no, now you're
Yeah,
People said no. People saying no, they didn't. He's saying yeah, I did.
and that's what
deputies said that shit in the dispatcher.
Track back up, going into the construction site over here, back towards the beach. That's the one behind you. It's awful muddy. Do you see any footprints, anything? You shouldn't have any shoes on. Negative, this is
have
all
one?
dry, hard packed. I
don't
do
have
have some
one.
footprints over here. Right there where you're standing? Yeah, leading right over here to the retaining pond. No shoes, just footprints. My shoes, that Max went straight into the pond. Max led me straight to the retaining pond. Over behind Willow Boulevard, he dove right into the water.
Now, like I've always said, this doesn't interest me because, because we know it's not Sebastian. It interests me because it's precisely the way that the car drove into straight up Kellen, went to the end of Kellen, may or may not have gotten out of their vehicle. I don't know. May have just turned around up there and came back and went on to Stafford and then got out and then tracked across the yard. Precisely the way. Not that I believe Sebastian went outside and walked, straight through the yard and up Stafford.
Have you seen any footprints around it? There was a few footprints in some of the softer dirt headed straight this way on the track that he was running. Truck 47, what kind of shoe does he wear? Size 10.
Sebastian wears a size 10.
And then, like I said, the path they drive. So, our subdivision, if you're in that subdivision,
Yeah, I'm
directly, the next subdivision over the left is our subdivision.
Okay.
It's called Victoria Place.
okay.
The step that they got, as soon as you turn in our subdivision, you're on Kellen. Driving all the way up to the very top of the hill.
As soon as you're in our subdivision, you're on Kellen. Listen to what he says. As soon as you're in our subdivision, you're on Kellen. Drive all the way up to Kellen. which is precisely what that car did on February 26th, 2024. Interesting how he said that.
At a four-way, you'll see that to the right they're cutting in a new road.
And at the end of the road, there is a four-way. Watch this. Watch this. What the hell am I? Okay. This is the, oh shit. This is the entrance from the main road. He says, as soon as you come in our subdivision, you're on Kellen. Drive all the way up. There's a four-way intersection. Right? Which is precisely what the vehicle did. It drove all the way up. What it did up here, we have no idea. No clue. It could have drove up here, turned around. It could have drove up here. Someone got out of the vehicle, went to the dumpster, put something in the dumpster, perhaps washed their hands or their feet in the pond. That's just speculation, though. Got back in their vehicle if they didn't, or they might have not got out at all. Stayed in their vehicle, came all the way down Kellen, right? Slowly, rather slowly, pulled on to Stafford, right here. Person got out, tracked right. Let me make this bigger for you. Person got out of the vehicle, tracked right over here. They didn't go past here because nothing is seen on camera up here. So they didn't go to this house. They didn't go to these houses. There's a gate up here. Right here. There's a evergreen bush, big bush right there, and other trees. But so it kind of blocks the light and all that. But they got out here. A few minutes later, two individuals come out. We see them walking back in the area, come to the car, do something around that vehicle. One person gets in the vehicle, backs out, and leaves. The other person hauls ass and runs back in the direction of the home.
All this together. Okay. And do you know how much they actually drained?
They drained the whole thing.
It's okay.
So initially,
Didn't we just hear him say just a minute ago that we didn't know? He didn't know if they drained a pond or anything? He does hear to narc, divers, and other thing. Grace got it. Yep. All of that. Isn't that interesting?
When they went over to look at it, it was only knee deep. From the picture that you showed me, there's a lot of new runoff. I'm 5'9", and it was knee deep.
He's 5'9", and it was knee deep.
It ran that link
All this together. Okay.
at the detention point.
And do you know how much they actually drained?
They drained the whole thing.
It's okay.
So initially, when they went over to look at it, it was only knee deep. From the picture that you showed me, there's a lot of new runoff. I'm 5'9", and it was knee deep.
Okay.
So and they even drained it and still walked it.
Okay. So they actually walked it. I didn't know that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And that is actually information that was told to me by law enforcement.
Yeah. So they actually.
Because I went on being law enforcement, they can put me in a vehicle.
Right.
Drove back around and showed me a bunch of stuff. I'm the only one that they got.
Girl Mom says, and they say there's no evidence. What about the new pings on the geofencing system? Wouldn't KK and Edgar want to know who that was? But Edgar says it wasn't my truck. Who were you with, Edgar? Interesting, interesting, interesting. While he was on the phone, here his ass in Mississippi. Right. I dropped my email there for you. I need to listen to that.
I went on being law enforcement, they can put me in a vehicle. Right. Drove back around and showed me a bunch of stuff.
He wants you to know that he rode around with law enforcement and they showed him a bunch of stuff. They were playing you like a violin, in my
I'm
opinion.
the only one that they got. Okay. So it showed me a bunch of stuff. I'm the only one that they got around and showed me a bunch of stuff. I'm the only one that they got.
What does he say there? I'm the only one what? I'm the only one what?
Okay. Showed me a bunch of stuff. I'm the only one that they got around and showed me a bunch of stuff. I'm the only one that they got.
They've done that with, that knows. Wouldn't Edgar want to know who's wandering around in his precious property? I mean, well, pushing up daisies, I made the point yesterday. He wants to know any other time if someone's in his yard, but it seems like not the night that, you know, his stepson went missing. Doesn't want to hear about that one. He says law enforcement reached out to him. Uh-huh. Got ya.
Okay. So I can actually give you a little bit more information than what everybody's out there running their mouth. No, I'm not going to. So to work backwards from the pond, okay, if you were to walk from the pond, go straight up into the construction site, you'll see where they cut the road and it turns left. If you walk that all the way back, runs you to our subdivision.
Okay.
If you go down Kelly, all the way down to Stafford, and walk down towards Stafford toward our house. From our house, if you're looking at my house, I'm going to tell you where the dogs went. They started on the front porch.
Okay.
Because off the front porch, the dogs cut to the right. They go all the way down the side of the house along the fence.
So they went to the back side.
They did that wrong.
That
right. If you're looking at my house,
okay,
they did it wrong.
The right hand side.
It's the other side.
The dog goes all the way down the fence.
Your other
the dog
right.
goes all the way back up into the yard, and then it cuts diagonally to the house next door to us through their backyard. And that is the direction which the dogs take off. Now after that, That's where they get over to the main road, go up Helen, and head over to the other subdivision.
Okay.
There was a Belgian Malinois, a blue healer, 2 bloodhounds, and a blue tick.
He even knows the breeds of the dog.
In the 8 days of the variance in searching, in the 8 days, on day 1, the 5 dogs did that. Out of the 8 days, 3 different dogs from 3 different groups went to that same area in that same set. On day 1, 2 of those dogs did the same path. And I'm pretty sure that was the bloodhound and the blue.
It was probably a better dog.
Yeah, those 2 were probably the better ones. Now, the guy, I can't remember this guy. I called him Michael, but I think they call him Michel.
Okay.
He's French.
You're what the French call les incompetents.
He's out of North Carolina, I believe. And he trained, brought his dogs out. And one of his dogs did the same thing. From what I was told, that's why I was like, well, there we go, folks. That's why out of all the dogs, there was at least 3 consistent hits that you got.
Right.
And there was a couple dogs, like one dog went over to Long Hole Pike and got there and he lost.
One dog went over to Long Hollow Pike and he lost it. What is he talking about? One dog went over to Long Hollow Pike. Y'all listen up. Caesar Milan is speaking. Ginger said. Is he telling us something? Lost a scent. I know, I hear in picture Ed Heine. Yeah.
Yeah, that guy I sent you his info, Ken Wagner.
Okay.
He's the EMA director from the town. He was the one, I guess, that was doing. He was responsible for the ground searches, the waterways, the caves, and everything. Yeah, reach out to him. As far as like the water,
what's been covered.
Yeah, and the caves and stuff.
Be sure to. And yes, he did see Sebastian when he come home.
Okay.
It's it's just part of it when you work away. You see. It's it's just part of it when you work away. You see each other when you can, but he doesn't. It's a lot to travel back and forth all the time. Like that's not a trip that you can make to and from every day by any means.
Oh, I get that. That's not something you want to do every day. That would take up your whole time. But did he never come home on the weekends, like when you had Sebastian or anything like that?
Well, yeah, that's why he saw him in the beginning of February, but it wasn't every weekend.
Okay.
Because he works on weekends too a lot, so he can't just come home every weekend. But when he can, he does. He comes.
It's funny how Edgar said we are like any other ordinary family. We work Monday through Friday, and on the weekends we try to get things done. So that's interesting. That's very interesting. He said that. Or she said that. And I find it very interesting that allegedly the CPS was supposed to have been there January 26th or 28th. And he's there at the beginning of February, he says. But they also say that they can't tell us after the 1st of February when he was home, but he can tell us that he saw Sebastian many days in January. His words, not mine.
Home and sees him.
Yeah.
They have a pretty good relationship.
Did he talk on the phone with Sebastian while he was at work?
He does.
Okay. All right.
He wants to see if you can drop the link again. I think
Oh,
it's
okay.
included in chat.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. Here we go.
I know they talk regularly.
Okay. Yeah, there we go.
Talk,
All right, there we
or
go.
is it just
A
a
lot of people
complaint?
have their opinions, but Sebastian's got a good bond with both dads.
Yeah.
Seth
Thank you.
is
I'm
his
trying to make
father
sure I drop it again because
and his
I want
dad.
to make sure he sees it. I'm not fancy like everybody else, so I just need to make sure get it down there. That's what I was doing, was watching to see if he was coming. Oh, there he is. Oh, watching over here. Okay, I'm watching over there. Okay, so where do you want to start at, Chris? I was just asking little simple questions, or whatever about your work and stuff. Like, did you talk to Sebastian and stuff like that? But
Oh, I just thought of something. Hold on a minute.
basically, I know it's a 3.5 hour drive. You was at work. Is there a reason that okay, so are you working now, or are you just taking off, or anything like that? Like,
This to me?
yes, sir.
Okay. So are you asking me that, or is one of your
No, I'm asking you that. I just wondered.
Okay.
Like, if you, I was just wondering, like, if you, like, are you, in fact, I'll turn my chat off for just a minute so I don't get
No, don't turn your chat off. Leave it on. It's fine.
Okay.
You know what I need to do, guys? Ooh. Who was it that just asked me? Sometimes y'all ask me a question and it makes me think of something. And I'm so glad. Trooper says, Justin, what was the meeting at school? Does Seth remember? He doesn't remember the date, but I am going to talk to someone who will. And if we go to February of 2024, they told me that it was anywhere from like the 6th through the 12th, somewhere anywhere from the 6th to the 12th, which is interesting because I need to find that exact date that they had that conference. Are you sure it is February 6th, girl mom? How sure are you? What 752 is what I see. What do you mean? Well, she wrote me back and she no, she told me she's like, no, it wasn't that. She told me originally it was a date, and then she's like, it wasn't that specific day, but it was somewhere around close there. Well, Edgar, KK, and Seth was there. Okay. And let's just say it was the 7th, the 8th, the 9th, or the 12th, or even the 13th. That's going to tell us that Edgar could have been home or was home after the 5th. Seventh through the 10th. 7th, 8th, 9th. Said the date in the large interview. Yeah, I got an email from one of the I'll say staff members. I spoke to her and him not too long ago, and I need to contact them back. See if we can get a more nailed down date. That's going to tell us a lot. Also remember the phone changes. Yes. Yes. That's very important too. Very, very important.
I mean, that way you can get all these questions coming in because, like I said, I told you, I gave you my word. I come on your show, I would answer questions. People ask the questions, but keep in mind, like I told y'all from the very beginning, I'm brash, I'm direct, but I'm respectful.
You hear him like hitting, like he's doing something with like his bottle. And he's brash, but he's I can't even.
And I ask for the same in everybody else.
I told them a while ago, just please be respectful because I wasn't expecting this. Like, please be respectful, y'all, because.
So one thing right now, I'm gonna tell you right now, really irks me with some of these folks that want to follow these YouTube, and I'm very honest about this. Somebody says I won't talk to men. It's not that I don't want to talk. Right. It's not that I don't want to talk to men. I have talked to more law enforcement men agencies in the past 24 days than I've probably ever talked to in my entire life. Same thing goes for women. So no, I don't have a problem talking to a man or talking to a woman.
As long as they agree with
everybody's
him. As long as they agree with
assumptions or concerns, innuendos, whatever they want to be. But at the same time, I vet who I talk to. I'm not just going to open up and talk to anybody. And I will put this out there. JLR, everybody wants me to talk to this guy. Explain to me, Smiley, you probably have a better understanding of this. Explain to me why I should speak for myself. I'm not going to speak for my wife. I'm not going to speak for get into specifics because it could jeopardize the
right here.
I just really wish you would because he does go out every
ongoing investigation. There are certain things that we are not and have been told is because of an ongoing investigation. Your questions. The only thing is because of an ongoing investigation, there are certain things that we are not and have been told by law enforcement, do not get into specifics because it could jeopardize the investigation. People don't like that, and I am sorry. I'm speaking for myself. I'm not going to speak for my wife. I'm not going to speak.
Guys, he says he doesn't like that that he can't speak certain things because it would jeopardize the investigation. But now he has the full clarity that he can continue. There's no setbacks any longer, Edgar. None.
For Sebastian's father, Seth, his mother, his sister, or anybody for that matter. But, I do welcome the hard questions. I do.
Well,
and I'm okay with it. And for the record, I don't have a problem talking with JLR or anybody else. Now, if you're one of these shows that are for profit,
I suggested with because Seth wanted, I heard him on another show. But anyway, I suggested same thing I did with Summer Wells. Every time you mail something out, get it in the mail, send it out with bills, send it to whoever you write to, but
both. Let me find it.
I'm not honestly sure.
Something I've been in this for
Didn't have any reason to, you know.
When you got up to go to bed? Midnight, did you
listen to
flip the
this.
light on and look to see if he was in the bed at midnight when you got up to go to bed?
No, and because I didn't have any reason to, you know.
Now, Smiley asked a brilliant question here. Listen to this.
Did you check on him at midnight? Did you flip the light on and look to see if he was in the bed at midnight when you got up to go to bed?
No, and because
Well, did you flick the light on at midnight? Did you flick the light on at midnight? Does anyone recall about a light at midnight? Yes, Kelsey. Yes. Yes. Yes, it was. Do you remember that? Who remembers that? Oh, yes. Don't talk about my truck. 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 Beep, beep, mother chickens. Don't talk about my truck. Listen, mother chickens. Don't talk about my truck. 1 second, y'all. Okay, sorry about that. Don't talk about my truck.
because I didn't have any reason to. You know, when he was little, I used to check on him all the time, but he's older now and he's 15, and y'all can figure out why a mother may not want to necessarily pop into a teenage boy's room unexpectedly.
Yeah. Let's see.
Father, the mother,
No.
and myself have been extremely cooperative. We have been vetted. We have been checked out. We have been questioned and everything of that nature, and literally have been cleared. There is no wrongdoing. There is no negative input from the parents or any of the family. You know, it's hard for a lot of folks. I mean, I will be honest and say this out loud. I have a custody case that is currently going on in another state, which has been.
We have been questioned. We have been cooperative. We have been cleared and have literally been cleared. There is nothing of this, nothing of that, or any of the family. That's what I find interesting. Or any of the family.
On walks and things like that?
Especially office medicine.
I really would like to get a billboard up for Sebastian.
One of the first things that was asked is because he left when it was very dark outside, was if he might have taken a flashlight. And he actually has.
Listen to those words.
Was if he might have taken a flashlight. Left.
Listen to this.
One of the first things that was asked is
listen to the words.
Because he left when it was very dark outside.
He left when it was very dark outside.
Was if he might have taken a flashlight.
Was if he might have taken a flashlight.
And he actually has one that he plays with regularly, and I can't find it.
I can't find it. I can't find it. That's her other voice. That's her. That's her mommy dearest voice. I can't find it. I can't find that dollar flash. Actually, it was free. I can't find it. Oh Lord, can't find it.
So it's likely that he took it.
Likely. It's
He
likes
likely.
he loves being around the family. He loves, I mean, just being a kid.
He's not very outdoorsy. Everything.
Not very outdoorsy. Thank you so much, Sharon. You shouldn't have. That is so generous of you, Darren. Thank you so much. I think someone's truth changed, and we know the real truth never changes. I agree, Sharon. Thank you so very much. So kind. Really, really do appreciate that. I couldn't find it for a minute. I couldn't find it. Oh my God.
It was pretty normal. He was playing in his room. When I told him to go to bed,
Sounds like a different human.
he did. He said, "Good night, Mom. I love you." Say goodnight to his puppies.
He said, "Good night, Mom. I love you." He said good night to his puppies. Yes, yes, girl mom, exactly. Now listen to what she says next.
A little bit later, I wound up going to bed, and when I woke him up for school, he wasn't there.
A little bit later, I went to bed, got up, next morning, went to wake him up, and that's why, Ginger, that's why we couldn't find him. Let's go back
He
to
was
that.
playing in his room. When I told him to go to bed, he did. He said, "Good night, Mom. I love you." Say goodnight to his puppies. A little bit later, I wound up going to bed, and
Nothing about a thud, nothing about talking to Edgar, nothing about him staying up late, nothing about talking on the phone for 2 hours, nothing about studying, nothing about putting the dogs in the crate, nothing. Wait. He was forced to wear a diaper. How can he be doing private matters in his? That makes no sense. She could have checked on him. I mean, yeah, someone that literally took out all of his underwear from his house, your husband, KK.
when I woke him up for school, he wasn't there.
So in your mind, that's usually around what time? When do you normally wake up? Around 6 o'clock? So were you instantly thinking something's wrong, or were you like, he may just be already in the shower?
I took a
in the living
second.
room?
I took a second and walked through the house looking for him in case he'd gotten up and was trying to get breakfast or something, because he did that sometimes. About trying to get, he wasn't there. Say goodnight to his puppies. I woke him up for school. He wasn't there.
So in your mind, that's usually around what time? When do you normally wake up? Around 6 o'clock? So were you instantly thinking something's wrong, or were you like, he may just be already in the shower?
I took a
in the living
second.
room?
I took a second and walked through the house looking for him in case he'd
Listen to the
gotten up
words.
and was trying to get breakfast or something, because he did
Listen.
that sometimes. About 3 minutes in, give or take.
You see that 3 minutes in, give or take? Did you hear the laugh? Give or take First of all, I've never heard a mother laughing during I told him to go to bed and he did. And then 3 minutes in, give or take. This is a very serious, tense moment. You are talking and reliving about when your first noticed your son missing. And she says, this is very important part. 3 minutes, give or take. It's not convincing because she's laughing. When someone laughs, they're either reliving something in their head that's funny, or they are trying to lighten the mood between you two so it will enlighten you to believe them. Duper's delight, Callie. Bingo. Now, 3 minutes in, give or take. Listen to what she says next.
I was on the phone with my husband. I said, I can't find him. He said, what do you mean you can't find him? I said, he's not in the house.
I don't believe that whatsoever. The way she says, he's not in the house. I don't believe, in my opinion, any of this. In my opinion, I don't believe she said, he's not in the house. There's no bravado behind it. There's no convincing language behind it. I don't believe she said he's not in this effing house either. Listen. Listen,
so at
listen.
that point, is that when you call 911 or what's going through your mind?
While we were on the phone.
Notice how she's breathing there. She talks exactly like she does to the latest interview that she recently done. Listen to the
3
breathing.
minutes in, give or take. I was
Listen
on
to
the
the
phone with my
breathing.
husband. I said, I can't find him.
We love
he
you,
said, what do you mean you
Jody.
can't find him? I said, he's not in the house.
And so at that point, is that when you call 911 or what's going through your mind?
While we were on the phone, and I was like, is he on the other side of the bed? The normal places he may be in the house, and he wasn't. So I was like, okay, well, hold on a minute.
Okay. This right here is very important. Very important. So Edgar just says, so we were on the phone. Pauses at the same place, Mohawk. Yes. We were on the phone and I said, hey, did you check here? Did you check here? Right? Listen next.
Immediately after that, we
What?
called it. So I was like, okay, well, hold on a minute. And immediately after that, we called the sheriff's department.
And immediately after that, we called the sheriff's department. Immediately after that, we called the sheriff's department. You did? Because you didn't call until at least 6:33. They did not go to dispatch until 6:37 or 6:38, 6:37, 6:38. They said you were driving at 6:42. That is 39 minutes. You have known Sebastian has been missing for 39 minutes. So you didn't immediately call at all. Couldn't have. That's a problem.
Made the report.
I ran all over the house.
Made the report. Made the report. Made the report. Not that Sebastian is missing. I made the report. Says no parent ever. That is right. Seth was actually called before the police. You know who else said thud just like KK, Trezell, and Jacqueline West? Sure did. A lot of people said they don't believe the thud. I have always believed the thud. I believe it's a way for KK to relieve some of the pressure.
House, outside, inside. I
Listen.
looked in every closet.
Within minutes they were here. They responded
In
within
minutes.
minutes, and here we go.
So you said you were on the phone with her, so
Yes,
you were not home.
No, ma'am.
Okay.
I was at work. I'm a tower crane operator, and I was working in Memphis
Really,
at the St.
Sharon?
Jude project. So it's, I have an earpiece in that talks to my phone. I have another earpiece in that does the radios. So when she was talking to me, it was like, what? I was confused. We talked about where he could possibly be, and then we went from there and led to calling the cops, and here we are now.
So it's 6-something in the morning. You're listening out of both earpieces. And you're confused? How long are you confused for? Because you said, did you check here? Did you check here? Did you check here? And then you say you stay on the phone with law enforcement pretty much all morning. Why would they be on the phone with you all morning? Did she drop Edgar off to Warsham's that morning to his mom? I have no idea. That's right. Doing a press tour, hoping people will forget.
Within minutes, there you're at the home.
Yes, ma'am.
It was rapid fire. They had cars.
Rapid fire.
They had cars from here down to the
main
road, as far as I could tell.
So what's going through both of your minds? I mean, are we panicking? Is it this, oh, I think he's probably at a neighbor's house, or what are you thinking?
My son doesn't run. He's not a runner. He's never run away before.
And he never ran away that night. This is criminal.
I don't know why. I don't know why he walked out that door. My very first reaction was, oh, he got up and got breakfast. But when I realized he actually wasn't in the house, I've never experienced sheer panic in the way that I did.
You can tell she
And
doesn't try.
basically for every minute since that, not knowing where your child is a pain that
perhaps
I've never known pain like this before.
And walk me through the events that happened, from Sunday leading up to Monday when you didn't see him that morning.
Sunday, we were out and about. We had a really good day. We were out.
I'm sorry, but at the bowling alley, Sebastian doesn't look like he's having a really good day. He doesn't look as excited. And at the not the Waffle House, the Texas house, he does not look like he's having a good day either. But
Doing our thing, running around. We had dinner that evening, and when we came home, we had a pretty good evening together as well. He was playing right up until bedtime, and then some.
Okay. He was so nervous at Texas Roadhouse. You think so? Alley Cat, thank you, Poodle. Thank you so much for 8 months. You could play Sybil. Yes, you are right. You are so right. Thank you for 8 months, my dear. Really do appreciate you. But listen to what she says right here.
And stay up playing. We had a pretty good evening together as well. He was playing right up until bedtime, and then some. I let him stay up.
She let him stay up until bedtime, and then some. Okay. We know he goes to bed at 8.
Up a little late. And when I told him to go to bed, he's like, I love you, Mom. I love you, puppies. And he went to bed.
I don't believe that statement either. He went to bed. He went to bed. He went to bed. No bravado. There is nothing convincing. That sentence lacks everything. I don't feel like he went to bed, in my opinion. Thank you so much, Zelda. We are on 13 months. The OG girl, you're balling. Love you, honey. Appreciate you. And thank you for 13 months. And thank you for the prayers for Sebastian. Really do appreciate you, sweet Zelda. It's so good to see you, baby. I wasn't sure about the third. Justin just makes so much sense to me. KK telling about that is a release. She gets to tell. Yep. They have to listen. The saying that there is a little bit of truth in every lie, there has to be some truth in what some of the things they are saying. There has to be. If the whole thing is 100% a lie, then that would be very bad. It would not fit. Nothing. But he stayed up a little bit late and then some.
And
hold on.
I went to bed around midnight.
Again, nothing about talking to Edgar.
Everything seemed fine. And when I went to wake him up for school,
nothing about hurt him
that's
a little bit later.
I couldn't find him. He wasn't in his room.
Right there, I couldn't find him. He wasn't in his room. Same breath, same pause, same way spoken every time.
And he wasn't in the house.
And he wasn't in the house.
And that's when I panicked.
And when you panicked, what did you do?
First thing I did was call my husband. And I said, he's not here. My husband said, what do you mean he's...
Remember, the first thing that she did is called her husband.
Not here. I said, he's not in the house. And he said, immediately just started, did you check here? Did you check there? Did you look here? And I ran through the house. And at that point, I was hysterical, for lack of a word. And we three-wayed the police. And I'm within minutes, they were here.
We three-wayed the police.
I couldn't tell you exactly how long. I know it was fast.
Fast.
And we haven't found him.
Fast.
When I got the phone call that he was missing.
Listen.
Like she said, we asked questions like, where's he at? Check this, check that. And then we called the sheriff's department. I called the sheriff's department. I stayed on the phone pretty much most of the time.
What? We called the sheriff's department. And then after we called the sheriff's, let's listen to that again.
I stayed on, and we called the sheriff's department. I called the sheriff's department. I stayed on the phone pretty much most of the time. And then while I was at work, I asked.
We called the sheriff's department. And then I stayed on the phone pretty much the entire time. Correct. What about the next call you made? Because after you called the sheriff's department, they told you, hang up and call 911. And then you called what you call dispatch, aka the non-emergency number.
For relief. Got a most of the time. And then while I was at work, I asked for a relief. Got a relief.
Wait a second. Wait a second. So while you call the sheriff's department, then you have to hang up and call dispatch, non-emergency number. But that's when they say, Mom is driving around in a blue Infiniti around the neighborhood. And you said that KK said, he told me to hurry up and go back to the house. Law enforcement is on their way. So either she wasn't on the phone with you, or she told me to hang up and call. She told me Right. I stayed on the phone with her almost the entire. You replay that.
Sheriff's Department. I stayed on the phone pretty much most of the time.
That is such a weird comment. I stayed on the phone pretty much the whole time. He not here, no mention of Sebastian. Remember, guys, we got to look at the timing. 6:42, dispatch says mom is driving around in the neighborhood and she's driving a blue Infiniti. Well, that wasn't the sheriff's department. That was dispatch. He says, I stayed on the phone pretty much the whole time. But then KK says later that he told me to hurry up and get home because the sheriff or the police are on their way. And if she was on the phone, like I've always said, she would have known that. If she was on the phone, she would have known that. This is not jiving. This is not jiving. Oh yeah, I've got the calls. I've called at 6:30 in the morning. Get back to the house. The police are on their way. Yes, it was Smiling Sleuth. Sure was, honey. If she wasn't on the phone, how did Edgar know what info to tell dispatch? Bingo. This is really interesting. This is really interesting. We're all on it tonight. We're all on it tonight.
And then while I was at work, I asked for a relief, got a relief, got in my truck from Memphis and made my way to Nashville.
While I was at work, I got a relief. Oh my God. Or were you thrown off the job site? You know, you're saying that you was there or allegedly from there to 5:15. And yes, he says Nashville, but that's for an upcoming live. We're going to cover that real soon. Real soon. Yeah.
And that was, I guess, Monday?
The morning that he was missing, yes.
Okay. And so
the morning he was missing. Kiki, thank you, love. He said, we called the sheriff's department. We called the sheriff's department. Really? He said, we called the sheriff's department. I called the sheriff's department. Ooh.
Wait, within minutes they were here. And we haven't found him.
Thank you. Listen
When
to
I got the phone call that he was missing, like she said, we asked questions of where's he at, check this, check that, and then we called the sheriff's department. I called the sheriff's department. I stayed on the phone pretty much most of the time. And then I asked questions of where's he at. Like she said, we asked questions of where's he at, check this, check that, and then we called the sheriff's department. I called the sheriff's department. I stayed on the phone pretty much most of the time. Most of the time, sheriff's department, check this, check that, and then we called the sheriff's department. I called the sheriff's department. I stayed on the phone.
It's kind of not clear.
Sheriff's department, we asked questions of where's he at, check this, check that, and then we called the sheriff's department. I called the sheriff's department. I stayed on the phone pretty much most of the time.
How can you stay on the phone with KK and also be like allegedly speaking to law enforcement the whole morning as well?
And then while I was at work, I asked for a relief, got a relief, got in my truck from Memphis and made my way to Nashville.
And that was, I guess, Monday?
The morning that he was missing, yes.
Okay. And so what was your reaction when you got that call from your wife that Sebastian was missing?
Initially, I was like, oh, he's goofing around again. Here we go. He's like hiding.
No bravado.
And then when we talked about the places to check and he's not there, I was like, okay.
He's goofing around again. He's like hiding. Now listen to this.
Okay, stop. Instantly. Call the police.
He does this with his hands too. He says, stop. Instantly. Call the police. You can hear it. Listen to it. He wants you to, he's trying to prove to her.
Oh, he's like hiding. And then when we talked about the places to check and he's not there, I was like, okay, stop. Instantly. Call the police. Instantly. Call the police. I was like, okay, stop.
Listen.
Instantly. Call the police. Instantly. I'm a black and white kind of guy. So.
He's a black or white kind of guy. Yep. He's doing it instantly. He wants you to know he is a black and white kind of guy. No pun intended, pussyfooting around. Right? None of that here.
And to your knowledge, he didn't take shoes with him, right? He locked the door on his way out. Or I guess, what are some of the things that you think he did as he left?
We checked for all of his shoes and none of them are missing. The door was locked.
And what was there some discrepancy as to what he was wearing when he went to bed, or what was he last seen wearing? What was he wearing to bed that night?
When he went to bed, he was wearing black sweatpants with white stripes down the side. And he had on a black long sleeve black shirt with a print on the front. I'm pretty sure it was one of his
like Star Wars or Halloween or
even Minecraft.
Yeah,
those are the three main
that's
things.
The three things that he's majority is on his clothes.
Yeah.
What's your
Oh, he has his flavors.
And obviously, you guys are going through the unimaginable, and then, getting a lot of like the kickback that you've seen on social media. I mean, how much worse has that?
The facts are the facts. I mean, the police know the facts, and all I ask of anyone is, if they're able and willing, is to help find him.
Before, right, just kind of walked out of the house.
He's not a runner. This is not normal for him to run away.
I love Alabama.
He's not a runner.
And any places, I guess, I know you guys have been told to stay in the house, right? Just in case he comes home.
We are doing what we've been asked to do by the law enforcement agencies and everybody involved.
Are you though?
I'm not going to divulge anything more than that.
Yeah. But what I'm trying to ask, I guess, next is, if you were to go out and search right now, if people want to help search, what types of places would you guys look at that he could maybe be at?
Anywhere and everywhere. At this point,
It's been 11 days. He could be anywhere.
Yeah, they've searched the woods, they've searched parks, they've searched creeks, they've searched. At this point, it anything and everything.
Anywhere that he could be staying out of the weather, or getting food, or, I mean, honestly, at this point, he could genuinely be anywhere.
How hopeful are you two that he will come home?
I will never give up hope on finding my child.
Optimism is at its highest.
Optimism is at the highest here. However, the other interview, they are helpless and hopeless. AVA.
Regardless.
Our son is out there. We're going to find him.
You're right about that.
And now publicly, like, obviously police are now investigating a landfill. People are speaking out about that. What are your thoughts about that?
Everybody has an opinion and their assumptions.
I want you to listen to this. This is very interesting, and I just now noticed this. Let me tell you something. You're at 8 days or 11 days here. I can't remember. 11 days. She asked you, what are your thoughts about the landfill? I'm sorry, but you should have a feeling about that. A big feeling about that. And the first thing they mention, people are going to have their assumptions. Why don't you say your feelings about that? Not other people's feelings, your feelings. That's the question she just asked you. You go in defensive mode. Why in the hell would you not have a feeling about that? Seth certainly has feelings about that. Not good ones. Nobody wants to hear that they are looking for your child or the investigation of a landfill a state away that you say, I don't know why he walked out the door. Soak that in a second. Seriously.
And they are entitled to that.
Our son is out there. We're going to find him.
And now just, I mean, publicly, like obviously police are now investigating a landfill. People are speaking out about that. What are your thoughts about that?
Everybody has an opinion and their assumptions, and they are entitled to those. But as I've stated before, all we've asked people to do is to look at the facts, not what everybody's putting out there.
I've never seen, and this is just the truth, guys, I've never seen a case where they're looking in a landfill and it's a good thing that comes out of it. Whether they find anything or not. And that wasn't the only landfill that they looked at. In fact, I was going to show you guys the other day. Eric Craddock, they said that they were, I think it was, I need to just pull it up to tell you. But they were, I don't know, they were, I want to say disappointed that nothing came out of it, but they said something to the effect of, this is going to turn into, they're still searching for him and they're hoping that this doesn't turn into a recovery. A recovery. That was a year ago.
If you have questions, call the law enforcement agencies, and they'll give you whatever they can give you. But the assumptions are just that. They are an assumption, your opinions. We pray for everybody for...
Watch her eyes. Watch her eyes. She does not believe him, in my opinion. I like her. Widow, thank you so much, my lovey dovey doveys. Appreciate you. When Summer went missing, law enforcement didn't look in a landfill for her. That is true. That is true. That is true. I don't blame her. So did Sebastian, you know what I mean, Mohawk? Or he wanted Edgar out of there, I think, actually. Look at watch her expressions. And the question was, what are your thoughts on that? Not what are your thoughts about what others think about you? What are your thoughts that your child or your stepchild investigation is leading to a landfill, probable cause affidavit, 2 search warrants just for that landfill?
The assumptions are just that. They are an assumption, your opinions. We pray for everybody for hopefully this never happens to you. And if it ever does, then you'll understand.
And that's exactly right. Say what? There's footage of them searching the landfill. I just played some of it a minute ago. That's not assumptions. What an idiot. Bingo.
Pray it doesn't.
And they're doing their job. They're looking everywhere they can and they're doing their job. They're looking everywhere they can
What is she going to mess up there? Look at
their
her.
goal is the same.
Look at her face. She's like, oh, I'm setting.
We just want to find him.
If you could say something to Sebastian, if he's listening right now, what would you say to him?
I would say that we love you and we miss you and we want you to come home. And just know that we all care about you so much.
You're not in trouble. That door's unlocked and waiting for you to come home. Your puppies miss you. Your family misses you. I miss you.
Son, you're not in trouble. Come home. Your puppy misses you. Your mom misses you. Your dad misses you. Your family misses you. I miss you. Last time I checked, you were family. But do you think, are you separating yourself from that?
Just come home.
Anything else that you two want to?
Do you actually think Sebastian would not choose to be home? I don't.
Add or
I stayed on the phone pretty much most of the time.
He can be.
Look at this.
Got in my
Watch
truck
this.
from Memphis and made my way to Nashville.
Watch this. Hold on. It's
He
coming.
kind of has issues with personal space.
Watch this.
He hasn't mastered
He can be
up in your face kind of kid.
he can be aggressive if he's upset.
Watch this.
Yeah. He's emotional. He's a teenager.
He doesn't like punch and hit and throw, but he gets really like aggressive stance or like.
Who talks about their missing child like this? And it's so funny to Edgar. Yeah. Oh, it's just hilarious. Watch his
Clipped where he just won't talk to you or
watch his face.
You know, if he's really upset, he like growls.
Yeah, he.
Watch.
Yeah, he. Oh man. Oh man.
What are you recalling? What are you recalling right there? He growls. My name's Edgar Amos and I live up north. What is he recalling? You know, when you look up, you're recalling something. KK says he growls. Edgar's over there. Yep. Watch him.
Clipped where he just won't talk to you or you know, if he's really upset, he like growls.
Yeah, he.
Watch.
Yeah, he. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Exactly what it is. It's speculations. Now, what it can give you an official statement on.
This is where they're talking about the lights. I didn't show where they draw in. Speculations.
Is TBI Newslink has released a statement from law enforcement, between local law enforcement, state law enforcement, some federal law enforcement, and they have analyzed that video so many times over that everything that everybody is trying to assume is a flashlight, I hate to say this, it's not. As much as we would love it to be one.
Well, guess what? Ding, ding, ding. It's your lucky day. They're freaking flashlights. And anybody should be concerned that there's a car parked in the middle of your neighborhood running through your yard, your neighbor's yard, and doing something around a car. I'm sorry, Ian. Hey, baby. How are you? Yes, Marie. Yes. Yes. But they don't want us to talk about that. They want to talk about that thing that police said 2 hours afterwards or less.
I'm not going to go into details as far as where that
Holy
video is
shit,
shot from.
Oh my God, it's 10:24. I just saw that. Guys, we'll have to finish this tomorrow. I was supposed to be, God, I've been here 3 hours and 3 minutes. Oh my God. We got to finish it tomorrow. I love you all. I did not realize I've been here 3 hours and 3 minutes. Oh my God. Thank you, Detective Golden. All right, guys. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll be talking about Sebastian as always. And we are going to be going back to the Dominican Republic and along with another case tomorrow. You will see me live at least, Lord willing, 2 times tomorrow. Good night, everyone. God bless. Good night.